and then so that we can have a smooth revision, guys. So now today I want us to check on what? Calculus, right? First thing that I want us to check what we call derivative. Derivatives. Is it fine? So now let's start. Under derivations, we have some sort of notations and rules there inside there. Okay, so now for example, there I want you to know that we have something like an equation can be like f of x, it is equals to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Okay, and then now if they have gave you such notation, for you to represent the first derivative, it is what? Just like this. Okay, so now if it is f of x, the notation will be what? Like this for first derivative. And then now if it is given like y, it is equals to ax squared cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. The notation now, as you can see, it is what? Y there. So it is simply what? Dy over dx. Okay, it is simply what? Dy over dx. That's how you represent it. It is dy over dx irrespective to x there. And then now this is another notation number 2. So now if they say y, the notation, it was dy over dx. That's how you show the notations there. Okay, and then now we have another notation. Another notation can be like okay, sorry, this thing is now crazy here. Another thing can be like they can give you something like dx, and then they open a bracket, and then they put some things there inside there. So that one there, simply write dx there and then put the bracket until, and then sort your thing inside, and then your final answer, you will represent it like that. Is it fine, guys? So now let us check some rules there, the rules for differentiation, because now I just wanted you to show the notations there. Now let's check the rules now. The first rule that I want you to check is that the derivative of a constant, it is what? 0. For example, if like I will choose k, so it is simply k is equals to 0. If it is f of x, it is equals to k, the first derivative, it is what? 0, just like that. Or even if they can say y, it is equals to k, it will be what? Dy over dx, it is equals to 0. So the first derivative of a constant is what? 0. Number 2, let's talk about now, there is a what? Power rule. Power rule. For example, f of x, it is equals to axn, and then now if it is like this, the first derivative, it is going to be what? A times n, a times n, and then you write your x, but there in the in the power there, it is what? N minus 1. So for example, it can be f of x, it is equals to 2x cubed. So the first derivative there, it is going to be what? 6x squared. Yeah, it is going to be what? 6x squared. Now, let's go to the next one. You see, it is now what? 3 times 2, 6, and then 3 minus 1, it is 2. Number 3 there. There's another one that I forgot the name of the rule, but it is simply like f of x, it is equals to kx. Okay, so the first derivative, it is what? k. Remember, I chose k as the what, as a constant. So for example, if they say f of x it is equals to 2x, then the first derivative there it is what, 2. Yeah, but that's how it works. Now let's go to the next part. You have known the rules, right? Now let's go to what you call first principles. Now, in first principles, there is a formula that you are given. The first derivative, you can use it. Like basically, when the first principles, it is when you are given a formula, and then you can find your what, your first derivative using that formula. Okay, so now it is what, limit as h approaches 0. So f of x plus h minus f of x over h. You see? Now, we are going to go down like this. So, for example, if they say f of x, it is equals to 6x squared. Where there is f of x, put 6x squared. But now, let's go to this one. You write your 6x squared, right? But where there is x, you put x plus h. So, it's going to be x plus h like this. And then you're going to expand 6 and then x cubed plus 2xh plus h squared. So let's expand 6x squared plus 12xh plus 6h squared. Now, where this f of x plus h, I'm going to put what? This long thing there. And then you're going to substitute and do your math. It's very easy. But what I can tell about first principles is that if they say determine blah, 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 first principles, and then they say 5 marks, given f of x, it is equals to 3x squared minus 4x. When on your side, you'll simply do what? Say f, the first derivative is equals to what? 6x minus 4. From the knowledge that you know from your rules, right? And then you'll do it by using the long formula there, and then you'll get the answer. Is it fine there, guys? So we are now done with the what? With the first part of calculus there. Okay. So now let's just do a simple let's just determine this thing. Let me tell you some few things there. A square root of x, it is the same as x to the power of half. I'm sure you know it from grade 11. So a square root represents what? Half. Is it fine? Because lana there is 1, lana there is 2, they're invisible there. You see? So those are the kinds of things that you have to know. And then if you're given a long equation whereby there are many things that are combined, you have to make sure that you make it a linear equation before you differentiate it. For example, if you have something like y it is equals to 2x squared minus 1 over root x, but to determine what dy over dx, you can't just start by saying dy over dx. Well, at least you have a denominator or a fraction. Start by saying y is equals to 2x squared. I can do it, right? Leave it like that, 2x squared minus 1 over. But now, I just told you about what? This root x. So it is the same as what? X to the power of half. And then when you're going down there, it is going to be what? 2x squared minus 1 over. Let me separate them. Sorry. Since it is like this, you're going to separate them. So it will be 2x squared over x to the power of half minus 1 over x to the power of half. Okay? And then now check what you're going to do. X and x are what? Are like terms. So there will be 2x. And then you take out your calculator. You will say what? 2 minus half. And then you get your answer. Minus this x will go up there, and it will be x to the power of negative 1 over 2 there. Yeah, one, because it's just a fraction. And then now, if you'll have your answer for 2 minus half. I'm not sure about the answer. 2 minus half, I'm not sure. You will write it there, and then that's when you say dy over dx. It is equals to that times that minus 1. Now it is plus, right? Half x and then half minus 1. You see how easy it is? Okay, thank you very much, guys. I will do cubic graphs next week or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but thank you very much, guys.